When taking any photo, one of the key decisions you have to make is how much or how little of the scene you want to be in focus. With a landscape, for example, you usually want as much as possible to be in focus from the foreground to the distant horizon. When shooting a portrait, on the other hand, you may want to blur out the background so that only the subject's face, or even just their nearest eye, is in focus. How much or how little of the scene is in focus is known as depth of field. The greater the depth of field, the more of the scene will be in focus, and vice versa. And the key to taking control of depth of field is the aperture setting. With a very wide aperture, such as f4, the foreground and background will be completely blurred out, while with a very narrow aperture, such as f22, much more of the scene will be in sharp focus. So, how do you take control of aperture? Well, the first thing to do is to set aperture priority mode on your camera, which is usually shown as A or AV on the camera's menu or mode dial. Once you've set aperture priority mode, you can use your camera's dial to set the aperture you want to use. So, for example, f4 to blur out the background, or f13 or higher to bring the background into sharper focus. Once you've set the aperture, it will stay at that setting until you change it. And here's the clever bit, the camera will automatically work out the most suitable shutter speed for a correct exposure. So that's how you can adjust the aperture on your camera to take control of depth of field. All you need to do now is get out and experiment with different apertures to see the effect they have on your images.